Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back. And this is the second internet test, doing it off-peak in preparation for returning. We did have a couple of issues with the internet in the first test, which was done late at night, at the beginning of the stream and at the end of the stream. So keep an eye on it, guys, from your end to see if there's any buffering or blurring, because I really need to find out when is best to stream. At the moment, I've got an excellent connection, and everything seems smooth. I've also got it going on my phone here, which doesn't seem to have any problems for me. So you're still playing FM24, reckons. FM26 is a bit disappointing, it's got to be said. But having said that, I'm doing extremely well in the Soul Save in the Journeyman, where we've just won the Champions League in our first attempt. And we've got this dreadful Newport team up to 6th in the league. And the last fixtures, since I slowed everything down, if we look at our last, let's say our last, go from that 1-0, 1, 2, 3, 7 fixtures. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 league games, and we have won 4 of them and drawn 2. So we are actually not doing too bad, and that's because we have slowed the game down, basically, and we're taking a little bit more notice of what's going in. Currently in Denmark, quite fun when you give FM a bit of a break. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, reckons. When I go on holiday, I don't play it for 4 to 6 weeks, and coming back, you feel like you want to play it again. I do agree with you there. I've made actually, I want to get a result in this game against Harrogate, which would really solidify us up near the top of the table. And I had a look around the data hub for them, and I've made some adjustments based on what my assistant has said. Not you, me, my standard assistant. And I've identified 2 key players, possibly Reece Smith and a guy called Nelson, who does make the most key passes, people to keep an eye on. There's a couple of things that I'm keeping an eye on. I'm also watching, maybe we should play in a low block, and maybe we need to watch how they are pressing. I'm going to go with pretty much the same team as we have been playing with. No need to change that, except that we have an injury to the goalkeeper, so McDonald comes in goal for this game. So I'm playing pretty much as we play. I've identified they're weaker down the right hand side, so we're going to focus down the right. Start as we have been playing. We'll play cautiously. We'll keep an eye on things, on how things are going. And I don't like saying that. We're doing well. We're on a good run. Don't let our good run of form come to an end. Both of those seem to be a little bit too much pressure on them. That one, not enough pressure. This one, too much pressure again. I think we'll go with what the assistant says. We're on a good run. Not too many good options there, I'm afraid. Although they seemed pretty happy with things. So people we got to look out for. Nelson doesn't seem to be playing there. So hopefully, I've put Garner up top to try him out up top. We'll see how he gets on up top. He's been in fairly decent form. I just need to go and do this. Again, not too much advice. Reece Smith, yeah, that's absolutely essential. And I want to turn him onto his left foot as well. He's very good at shooting. So we do want to close him down, make sure he's not. And then the other one is Nelson. Nelson, where is Nelson? Is he about? No, he may be injured, so he's not an issue. Reece Smith we've got. Yeah, I think we're fairly happy with that. And let's see how this game pans out. Let's hope that we can get a result here, because this will really solidify our place up near the top. We're in the top 6 now, and we should be nowhere near the top 6. Neds, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. I'm doing okay. It's been a long time, and I've had internet problems, which why I'm doing this testing at the moment. Keep an eye on your internet connection. How is it streaming at your end? At my end, it seems fairly good, but remembering this is off-peak, I will need to do a peak time stream very shortly to test that. And they're looking to get in behind us there. That was pretty poor. I need to check where my line is, actually. Let's have a check where the line is. I think we've got a lower line. Yeah, lower line, stepping up more. So that should be fine. But they did get in behind us. But Lloyd has picked up the ball. Now, come on. He's got no support, though. This is one of the problems playing in cautious mentality with a standard passing, because the passing is longer. That should be a penalty. Those are usually given. All good this side. Really struggling to get into FM26. And it is very, very tough. Hey, Paul, good to see you. I'm doing well. Hope you are too. I'm finding it very difficult as well, although I'm getting results. But then I play the game differently to most people. If I wasn't doing YouTube, I could take weeks over a single season, because I slow down and I analyze pre-match and I analyze during the game. I don't do as much analysis as I do when I'm as I would normally do, because I'm streaming, because I'm actually keeping an eye on the chat more than I am on what's happening on the pitch. One of the things that I know about FM26, I've worked out already, is that it is much easier to see what is actually happening, how they are defending, how they are attacking, than it was in FM24. This is much, much easier to see. Where is the space? Where is the space that we are leaving? Where are we more dangerous than the opposition? One of the things that the tactical meeting is very, very useful, because it actually draws your attention to things. Things like I was able to check the pace of their defence. My assistant in the tactical meeting said they are very slow in defence. Checking that out was absolutely correct. So we can dribble at them a little bit more, pass it a little bit quicker, try and catch them out with pace, play a little bit wider. And there we go. We're 1-0 up at the moment, although it was a penalty, but still 1-0 up. And I'm quite happy to be 1-0 up. Every team in this league is a better team than we are. So as can clearly be seen by our quality of pass there. And so to be in 6th is quite remarkable. We were predicted to finish in 24th. And we are a little bit overachieving, shall we say. So, I mean, is the game prettier to watch? I don't think it is that much. I can't remember FM24 graphics. I think these are better than FM24. And I think that they give... Oh, that is a good goal. That is an extremely good goal by Harrogate. And on defensively, we're a bit all over the place. It doesn't look very much like controlled possession to me. But that was an absolutely super goal. That belongs more in the Premier League, that. I forgot what I was saying now. That was just like, wow, what can I say? You don't mind conceding a goal like that. There's nothing we could do about that. It was a brilliant pass. But looking at them, are they actually playing a controlled possession? Or are they playing a little bit more direct than we expect them to? Because this doesn't look like a controlled possession to me. It's starting to look a little bit more like it, a bit more patient. But we're giving them far too much room outside our penalty area. So I am going to make a little change. And I'm going to agree with my assistant. We're going to come back into a low block. Let's see if that helps. Because I just got a tad too much room to play the ball about. I'm not too worried about their press. Go on, Garner. Go on, son. Oh, he is. If we can say we have a man in form, I would say Garner is the man in form. But, you know, every game I would take a draw. If we can get a win, that's even better. Look at my attack. It's already poor. We are better defensively than we are in attack, which is why I play cautious, which is why I play defensive football. Let's focus on the strength, focus on what you're better at, and hope that we can score a goal. Our forwards are absolutely dreadful. And Baker Richardson has been really poor, and he's been dropped for today. And Garner, who scored a couple of goals of late, is going to play up top today. I don't know how that's going to work. But in terms of the internet, my phone is working perfectly well. Get in! And we've got 2-1 up. All these new graphics are wasted for a lot of people. Yeah, of course, Neds. It's you're probably not used to watching when you play yourself in 3D. So I totally agree with you. And do I really need this? I don't know if it makes the game better. I mean, is it making me a better manager? Quite possibly. Because, as I said, it's quite easy to read out. I could see they were getting far too much space in front of my defence. So I could clearly see that. And what I could see there is that the space that they had there was now a little bit less, and that's why their attack broke down. They didn't have much space there. So it's helping me to see where the space is. And I'm struggling to find where the space is with when we're attacking, but we are making chances, and so quite happy with the way the game is panning out at the moment. Well, it's just slightly better. We don't have the possession, but then we're not set up to play a possession game, but they are. We're set up to try and attack on the break like this and make the most of our chances. I've got another chance here. Can we get it into the box? Go on, son. Go on. Unlucky. So, in a sense, for most people, the graphics update is a bit of a waste of time. But I do like it, and I also wonder what are they going to look like in 5 years' time or 6 years' time. So I want to check. Yeah, they should both be fullbacks there. This will look completely different in 6 years' time. I actually was watching my last stream back the other day, and when I actually was a distance from my PC, from the monitor that I have here to play it on, it actually looked for a minute like it was real football, and that was a very strange sensation to be having. So I imagine in 5 or 6 years these graphics are going to be extremely good. I wonder if I should be thinking about Should I be thinking about... Should I be asking the midfield to do a little bit more? Yeah, maybe. Let's get them doing a little bit more. And Garner up top. I don't know if I want to change anything. We're actually doing okay. Statistics do not suggest we are in control of the game. Maybe suggest that we are a better team. But I would say that Harrogate are in control of the game. Although since we've gone to the low block, they haven't caused us any problems at all. There's an FM24 update. Currently teams... Oh, right. Okay. Well, that's interesting, Paul. You like FM26 too. I mean, I think the problem for me about FM26 is with all this innovation in the graphics, and some like we saw that goal that Harrogate scored, and it looked really nice. And so with all this upgrade in the graphics, it's built on the old match engine, which still has all the same stupidity about it. So none of that is gone at all. The results... The other problem that I have is that the results are a little bit in favour of us as players rather than the AI. And I think that that's part of their marketing, that the new audience that they wanted, they needed the new audience to be successful. They need them to win trophies. And I think that's probably what that's about, because I go to forums on Facebook and Reddit and Twitter, and I have a look at what's being said. And people are saying, like, I don't know what to do now. I was only 3 seasons with Orient and I won the Champions League, and all that kind of stuff is coming out. And people, I think, are finding it very, very easy. People who've been playing the game for years are finding it a little bit easy. And I think that is a deliberate ploy, in my opinion, that SI have done. They want new players coming in to be successful, win a ton of trophies, and then they're going to buy the game again next year. Certainly don't want people having an experience where it's so hard they can't win anything. And they were launching this game to get a brand new market, to market it to new players. Also, old has-beens have become less important to them. So they need those new players to have a good experience. And so us oldies are probably finding it a little bit easier than it should be. It certainly was rushed, Paul. Definitely, you're right. And I think they were told, you have to put it out. Whatever you've got, you have to put it out this year. And they put these graphics, basically slapped them straight on top of the old 24 engine. And so although it plays out differently, and I do like how he's offside. Got to be offside. Referee. He must be offside. Is it given? Yeah. He was miles offside, Sunshine. I'd be absolutely shocked. Now, they are coming back at us now. I think I'm going to go defensive for a little while. And just soak up a little bit of pressure. Just don't want us doing anything to risk our lead at this. What are you doing, you numpty? Just let it go out of play. We've got one tired player at the moment. And we'll wait for this corner. They don't score many from corners, as I found out earlier. But let's go and make that change now. Kamwa is tired. Spellman can come on for a Camwa. The rest of the team are doing okay. So we're going to play a little bit defensively for a little while the momentum has shifted. Oh, come on. What was that about? I'd have given a foul for that. There's a little field at the back of this stadium by the look of it. I don't know, there's some good things about it and there's some awful things about 26. Generally, though, I think Newport should never be playing defensively and be in the top 6 in this league. We should be just about above the relegation. Go on, son, he's in. It's now 3-1. And this is the point I'm making. They've made it quite easy to interpret the game. And maybe because the audience is younger, and that's what we want to do, catch them on the break. Because we're a bit faster than they are. And we are playing in defensive, and we just scored. And that may surprise people, but it doesn't surprise me. Because the more cautious you actually play, they are being pulled out. They have to chase the game now, and we're just sitting back. And if they've got a slow back 4, and we rasp a ball up the pitch, then it becomes a foot race. And we do know that they are not particularly good in attack. So if we defend well and rasp those balls up the pitch every now and again, in a foot race, we will win. So 3-1. I wonder where that puts us in the table now. Are we in the top 5 now? Well, fair play to Harrogate. They are passing the ball about, but since we went into the low block, there is no space for them to play the ball in front of us. I don't care if they play in their own half. But looking at this space here, there's nothing there. Nothing there at all now. And they're really struggling to find ways. And it's just long shots, deflections, and we should be able to defend that. The lower line means they can't go outside. So they're pretty screwed at the moment, despite the fact they've had all the possession. Breaking us down is not easy for them. But it's not over yet. And we still got to defend well. That's a nice little block. So, in terms of your streaming, guys, how is it looking? Is it still streaming okay? You getting any buffering? Any problems? Everything loud and clear? You can see everything okay? It's not blurry? Because the speed I'm getting is not great with this new internet connection, which is why I'm doing the tests. But on my phone, it all looks pretty good. There's no buffering on my phone. Hey, Cleggy, how you doing? The big test, of course, we'll be doing it at... What a chance. Oh, you donkey. I'd have scored that. Cleggy would have scored that. You donkey. 4-1 would have been good. It's okay, Paul, is it? Yeah, I'm just doing these off-peak tests, Cleggy. I'm just kind of like figuring out how the internet is actually working, because the figures I'm getting when I'm testing it, it's saying that it's not good enough to stream. The upload speed is not good enough to stream. So I'm testing it off-peak. When people who live in the house here, I live in a house share, so when most of them are at work, so there's not many devices working off the router. The big test, as I say, will be 8 o'clock at night when everybody is home, and there's a lot of devices coming off the router, and that will be the big test. Of course you would, Cleggy. You'd have popped that in without any trouble at all. I fancy myself to score that one. I was quite a good left-sided midfield player in my day, I can tell you. I'd have popped that in, no bother whatsoever. Come on, Aboku. Do something. Garner is the main man at the moment, I think. Oh, Smithy. Another chance. Okay, time to make some subs again. We should be seeing this game out now quite comfortably. Both fullbacks are tired. So Dubrovsky, who's done well as coming on as a sub. Look at all these lone Swansea loan players I've got. They're never going to make it at Swansea. And that's what makes the team so bad. We're just so bad. Oh boy, Lloyd is tired. He's not having a particularly good game. What I could do is bring Garner back instead of Lloyd and put Baker Richardson on now. He'll give them a good run at the back. And then one of the midfielders, possibly Smith, is... I thought Smith had scored. Why is he on a 6.48? Perhaps it wasn't him. And maybe Antwi can come on and play as the box-to-box. And let's go and see this game out, boys. But they are still attacking. But our defence is, at this point in time, holding. I think we need to mark that Kersons, don't we? Have I got anybody who can mark? Let's just have a quick look. We think we might need to mark him. Have I got anyone who can mark? Baker's marking 9. Jenkins could mark him. Let's tell Jenkins to type mark. Where mark specific player. Curson, where is he? Yeah. I think we should mark him. He's already scored once and he's finding a little bit of space in there. So it might be a good idea to type mark him. Although in these leagues I don't normally like to type mark anybody because generally your defenders can't mark anybody. But Jenkins, he's got 13 marking, which would be good enough sometimes for a championship team. So he should be able to mark someone. Would also depend on his positioning. You can have a look at his positioning. Yeah, looks like we've got this in the bag now. How do I get that up? I used to... Oh, there we are. His positioning... His concentration's only 11. His positioning is 12. I guess he's decent enough for League 2 to be able to do a little bit of marking. Braybrooks had a really poor game today. He had a better game last time out. As a right back who scored once in 3 years. Ah, boy. Yeah, I played like when I was playing. There were less of roles. You just had a position of the field. I was kind of like a box-to-box left midfielder, and that's what I did. I ran up and down the pitch basically. And yeah, we didn't really have specific roles, but I suppose if I think about what I was, it would have been a box-to-box midfielder. I was actually thinking one day I should download the pre-game editor. And what I should do is make me as a player, as a 17-year-old, and give myself the attributes that I think that I would have had, and then attach myself to a championship team or something and see what happens. I was thinking about that. But I guess I would put my attributes too high. Well, what's wrong with that? Would be quite an interesting idea. Go on, Spellman, let's make it 4. Oh, nice cross. 4 it is. Oh, Poku, I've always said he's a good player. Always been a fan of his. 4-1, we've beaten Harrogate. This Newport team is surprising everybody, including me, especially me. I don't think anybody can believe what's going on here. And that, like I said, I think the game is a little bit too easy. I don't think I only lost 1 game in a season and a half with Seoul on the way to winning the Champions League at the first attempt. And we were predicted to finish 10th out of 14th in the domestic league. Just probably a tad too easy. Joshua, how are you doing? I'm doing quite good. Pretty good, my friend. Oh, that's a bad foul. Antwi. Haven't gotten hold of a copy of FM26 yet. I mean, to be fair, like once you get past the idiocy of the UI, because that is horrid. The UI is horrid. And the problem with the UI is that you have to click so many times to get to information that you need. Once you get over that, once your frustration with that has gone, and you just accept, okay, this is how it is, then in terms of the game, it's pretty much FM24. Only they've taken a lot of the data out from FM24 and just made it very, very easy for you to read opponents. And I do like the way this plays out. Is that going to count? It is indeed. We're 5-1 up now. And we, like, even playing this game, we were able to see, first off, that we're giving them far too much space to play the ball in front of us. And we were able to combat that. We just went into a low block and then closed the space off, and they've been totally useless since. And before the game, it was easy for me to work out that we just need to bring them forward and put long balls over the top because we'll beat them in a foot race. And that's the way the game has played out. So they have made it kind of easier. They've condensed all the information that makes it a bit easier. So if you like winning and you know how to play football and you know how tactics work and how to create space, it's going to be very, very simple. One of the things people don't really understand is how to defend space. Most players of Football Manager understand how to create space, but find it very difficult how to defend space. But I think that's probably the easiest thing to do, rather than to be looking at how do I create space. So maybe I'll do a couple of videos on defending space, because this is once again, I mean, like all the way through FM24, I was always top of the defensive table. We always conceded the least goals. And once you figure out how to defend the space, it becomes a very simple game to play. And we didn't do particularly well there, did we? But Kersons is a decent player. I think I might sign him. And he just got the wrong side of Jenkins. Jenkins is supposed to be marking him. He was tight to him, but he just... That's probably my error. It's because maybe he shouldn't be tight marking him. Don't get too close to him. And then maybe close down less. Maybe he should be out of possession. Trigger press less often. But it's too late because we've won the game 5-2 away at Harrogate. They are a good team. And that's a surprise result. Ultimate difficulty pack. This pack introduces 2 difficulty designed for players who want Football Manager smarter, harsher. What's that? The FM26 Ultimate Difficulty Pack. What is that, Paul? So explain more to me about that. Possession, I'm going to have a look at here. We were totally outplayed. They had most of the momentum, but we scored the goals. Where are we in the table? Still in 6th. But that was a very, very good win. Win and a good performance. This is a bit annoying. You've got to catch this very quickly. You've got to click that off really quickly because it's already rolled over to Sunday. And if you don't click that off quickly, you could find yourself in Tuesday. I wish they would sort that out. FM24, you finished the game. You arrived at this screen on the day that you finished the game. Not 3 days later. Garner was the man. He got 2 goals, didn't he? No, just 1. Did he score the first one? That's just telling me he was superb in front of goal. McDonald. How did McDonald play? That was an example of too many clicks there. Performance. Oh, he wasn't brilliant. 6.8. From FM Scout, makes AI smarter in the game and transfers. And that'd be an interesting. I may look at that because I think at the moment this is just a tad too easy. This Newport team in the last 8 games has league games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Has won 5, drawn 2 and lost 1. We should never be anywhere near that. When's the next game? Saturday. And this is the cup coming up, is it? Rochdale. Where are Rochdale? In the Enterprise National League. Should I rest some players or go with the big guns? I sometimes think that resting players is a good thing for the cup, but sometimes you can get an upset result when you do that. Might just bring in 2 or 3 players to give them a game. McDonald, we can play him again. We've got a couple of other players who can come in and have a game. What's all this about them? Joe Thomas. Ged Garner. But is he playing that well? No. Be wrong to praise him for that. Okay, nothing really of interest there. Reinhard injured, that's okay. There's no point in looking at that because what's this? Oh, Reindorf. I don't have any responses Only one choice. Hardcore mode increases difficulty through intelligence, pressure, and competition. Opposing managers are smarter and more adaptable. Actually, that sounds pretty good, and I think it's probably something that most people would like, because I mean, I think you can all see from this that it's a little bit too easy. Penalties. Do we have? Yeah, probably. And attacking corners. Well, let's have a look at Rochdale's assists first. You see, this is where you could fall foul. They've scored 3 goals out of their 15 goals have come from corners. That's a high ratio. So I want to do defending corners, not attacking corners, because they've only conceded from 2. So let's go and do penalties plus defending corners. It's those little things that I found in FM24 that make all the difference. And it doesn't take a minute to go and check it out. We did attacking corners for the last game. Did we score from a corner? I think we didn't score directly from a corner, but we scored from the after effects of a corner. Yeah, that's one change we can definitely make. Yeah, and we can change the midfield as well. So he can definitely come in. And I think Dubrovsky can come in as well. Is it one for Clark to have a game? Let's bring Clark in for Jenkins. Definitely change that midfield. Antwi can play. And Brennan can have a game. He's not much of a DLP though, is he? Passing 11, but this is Rochdale. Let's switch those over. And Baker Richardson can come back up top. Garner. Woodward maybe into that position. Spellman definitely. See, I've rotated pretty much the whole team. I don't have a right winger. Actually, he wanted Spellman over here, didn't he? I seem to have more left wingers. Or maybe we'll play. Yeah, Kamwa can still play. So left and right centre backs, midfielders. We're just short of a centre back. He's actually not a bad player. So let's actually give him a game. And then we could end up losing this game. And we need... actually don't need anybody else. Lloyd can come in there. Well, that is a weakened team, but it is a chance. We should be beating Rochdale. But I do worry about rotating your team to that degree. Oh, takeover rumours. Not to be believed. Kieran Brennan. See my midfielder? No, he's a centre. Oh, he is, yeah. So he's injured. Is it 1 to 2 days? He's not going to make it, is he? Matt Smith can go back in then. He can sit on the bench. You notice, because I've got like very few players, and I saw this in Seoul as well, where in the Champions League I only had about 14 players in the squad because of the update caused. I don't know what the update did, but it meant I only had 14 players in the squad for the Champions League, and none of them ever got injured. Isn't that strange? Opposition report. I don't think these guys are too much to worry about. Play a tiki-taka. They must be a good team if they're going to play a tiki-taka. That graphic does not look like a tiki-taka to me. I don't think. I mean, looking at their defensive actions, I don't think we've got anything to worry about. We're going to have a look at the tactical meeting, see what the assistant says. I don't think their assists come from both sides, as I recall. Yeah, both sides. So we need to be balanced. They don't start very well, but they concede early. So I think we probably need to play this positively. And we need to focus our play it's progression, isn't it? This is horrible. This setup is horrible. We need just to be balanced. Let's go back to the tactical meeting. So you can see what I was saying. There's just far too many clicks here. So we've done that one. Aim to frustrate. Cautious and defensive. Yeah, we're going to do that. And stay on your feet, not to begin with. Low block. We are playing. Oh no, we're playing standard, aren't we? Let's go. Yeah, he might be right. Let's go lower with a higher tempo. Let's try and outpass them. And I'm not going to get any league stats on them. This is the cup, so let's just try and pass the ball, zip it around. We'll start positive. They don't start very well. Who scored the goal of the month? I'd like to believe it was that little chip. Nope. That goal by Harrogate against us was a class piece of skill for League Two. It's got to be said. I must be winning this. Manager of the month coming up. Team cohesion could be better. The dressing room's very good, though. Okay, I still think I've made far too many changes here, and if we lose here, I'm going to be a bit disappointed. But we should be better than Rochdale. I do know that we've got about 30 minutes to score a couple of goals. Let's keep this good run going. I don't expect too many. So Mancini type mark him. I don't think so. It's these two boys we need to worry about most, and we do need to pull them out. So I am going to go into a low block. Should have checked that. I don't like tight marking wingers, so we'll take that off. And I can't go to my tactics from here. This is another thing. But I can go then. See, it's too many clicks. Too many clicks. So we will go into team instructions. We're going to go into this low block. And there was one other thing I wanted to check. Mancini is a left winger. I need to get up his marking is 8. No, we're not going to be tight marking with tight marking of 8. With marking skill of 8. Oh, we got an orange ball in the rain. That doesn't make any sense to me. Is that what you are playing, Paul? Is that hardcore mode? Are you doing that? I'm interested to find someone who is. I wonder if anybody online is doing it. And then I can have a look at how it plays out. Yeah, for players who've played the game a little bit more, I think it's probably a useful addition. Not the greatest start, boys. Possibly because I've asked them to do something they're not used to doing. But we do need to outpass this team. Right, get your foot on the ball now. We've still got a decent. What are you doing, you donkey? Maybe that's telling me something. And let's just come down a little bit on that. That was for the last game. Oh, this is another glitch. Because you have to do that and then do that again. Go on, camera. Come on, set up this counter. What sort of a pass was that? Mancini always marked tightly. No, we're not doing that. We don't always mark tightly. Showed what happened when you marked tightly in the last game. You just completely lost him. Our passing is poor. And we're giving them the ball, so this is something I need to change. I think we're better when we don't have possession. So let's go back to balanced with standard. I think we are better when we don't have possession. Oh, boys don't know what to do when they've got the ball. Where is Mancini? Well, they're giving us a game, aren't they? But that might be because I haven't set this up properly. These two. What? Yeah, we've got an out of possession problem. And these two. Yeah, that might be what's happening. Because I had these two running across the pitch. I need those two to track those wing backs. I think the low block will be better. There's the space. That's exactly where the space is. Playing Wednesday in the mode, and I went down without a fight. I'm also not sure about the lower line. Need to keep an eye on that. I think my first team would probably roll Rochdale over. I think that we're not doing very well because it's a reserve team. Although there's one or two good players in there, but not many. Yeah, the line is too low. Doesn't look to me like they've got lots of pace. So we need to just push the line up a little bit. And then let's come off that. Yeah, the line is definitely too low. So hopefully pushing the line up a tad will solve that. Might even have to go in with a high line in a minute. We've got much better possession stats now. That's a poor pass. Who is that donkey? Spellman. You're supposed to be developing really well. Get stuck in, son. Right, now is the time to go to cautious when they are more likely to score. Go on. Big chance. Big chance. What muff? What kind of a name is that, FM? What muff? Come on, close it down. Can't be letting Rochdale pass it around like that. I have a thought. Maybe he's right. Maybe my assistant is right. Just don't engage with them. That might be the way to do it. Just don't engage with them. Not had the best day in front of goal. We haven't had any chances yet. They're beating us at the moment, and we've got to figure out why. There's probably a lot to do with selection. Hey James, how you doing? You're heading off to work, are you? Something I'm very, very pleased I don't ever have to say anymore. Going to work. I'm just playing for a couple of hours just to check the internet connection. I don't think anybody's had any issues with it. I think it's streaming okay. So both the off peaks have worked, although we did have issues in the late night one at the beginning and at the end. But there's been no issues at all with this one. My phone has streamed brilliantly ever since the beginning, and the monitor is saying excellent, got a green light and excellent. So nobody's told me there's been any problems. So Sunday night, perhaps we'll be back at peak time. We'll try it at peak time. Let's give them a shout. They've brought shouts back. So let's demand more. Half time. No, this isn't good enough. But what can I do to help them? I think we'll keep it the same. Just keep it the same. So you're on the night shift tonight then, James? That's what we need to be doing, but we're not getting players forward quickly enough. There's something wrong, isn't there? I don't know why my assistant was saying things are going well. Rochdale are in a league below us, so I would say things are not going well. Another little chip there. It's the episode of Little Chips. We're disorganized. There's way too much space here. Who's that? Woodward doesn't quite know what he's doing, does he? That's better. That's better. Looks like penalties are looming. First round of the Cup nerves. That's better. Not great, but better. Come on, let's get this goal, boys. And that's what I'm actually just was thinking of doing. Let's take that off. And then shoot from distance. Balanced, yeah. Just have a shot. Oh my goodness me. This is how bad we are in front of goal. I don't know how we managed to score 5 in the last game. But then I did have a different set of forwards then. be time to bring some of those big guns on them. We shouldn't have to. Right. Let's bring some of these big guns on. Smith and Antwi are both tired, are they? Brennan and Braybrook. Garner can come on for Woodward. Camois been very quiet, but he's not playing too bad. Spellman's been dreadful. Got to change the front line, haven't I? Go out there and win it for us, boys. Mind you, everybody expects, just because you happen to be a league above a team, doesn't mean you're automatically going to win it. The expectation that you're just going to walk onto the pitch and win. This is their cup final. So they are going to give you a game no matter what. He's given a penalty, is he? Now you see that, for me, would be given as outside the box. Well, we've got to take the game to them now. No point in playing cautious anymore. So we've now got to go and take the game to them. If that was me, that would have been given VAR, no penalty. So many times that happens. When it's the opposition, it's always a penalty. Right. We need to make some changes now then. Well, we're going to go positive to begin with. Actually, we're going to go attacking. We're going to push these boys forward. We're going to play them as wing backs. No point in trying to defend now. And these boys can cut inside. And we're going to go into a high press with a higher line. We're going to have to counter press them. You asked for this. And we're going to play a short passing game at a high tempo if I can find it. We'll run at them in case they might be getting tired. We'll go with that. Time to go and get a goal, boys. Actually, it's probably not a bad thing to go out of the FA Cup, but against Rochdale, it's a bit embarrassing. But my error, you see, you should never make too many changes, and I still think it's that. The team were playing well. I rotated the team completely. And that's I got to say, that's my fault. You don't get FM'd, you make poor decisions. And that was a poor decision to rotate pretty much the entire team. And then you can see they didn't play very well. And they're still not playing very well. And I've got two central defenders. Clark, who's extremely old, and Warner, who's just a youngster. So poor decisions on my part has cost me here. But I'm not concerned because what I want to do is get into the playoffs. Go on, Richardson. Go on. You got the legs on him. Go on, Sam. So if I forfeit this, it's no big deal. Baker Richardson is terrible. Let's give him a shout. And Dubrovsky. He's young, so we won't give him a shout. We haven't actually played that badly. Opoku is not playing very well. Kamwa also. Baker Richardson, I think, should come off now. So Garnett can come up top. And Lloyd can come on in here. Are we going to lose in an embarrassing way? Rochdale. Oh, just not going to be our day, is it? I'm actually now, because we're getting bodies forward, we'll tell them to work it into the box. So we're getting a few more bodies forward now. We're not going to do it. I don't think we're going to do it. Unless we get a sneaky one late on and it goes to penalties. We're not going to do it. Should never, ever... Right, and I like... God, if I was doing a tutorial video, I would tell people never, ever rotate the complete team for a cup game that you think you're going to win. And what did I do? What did I do? I pretty much rotated 8 of the 10 outfield positions. And we've paid for it. But we have got the big guns on up front. But our big guns are not big guns. They're little water pistols. There's nothing big about them at all. Right, time to do a little bit. That doesn't help that I put those in the wrong position. Oh, come on, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Why is he now a deep lying foot? Stop! For goodness sake, stop! I'm not allowed to pause. Okay, game, you're not going to let me pause. Braybrook's in the wrong place. See, the game's going to cheat, and I can't help it. Where is this now? Forward runs. Not allowed to bloody pause the game. Speaking of Man United, still don't think of them. I don't think we've got any chance at all, to be fair, James. I'll be very surprised if we win. It will need Fernandes or Cunha to have a very, very good game. Otherwise, we're out. And we've just really got two players. And Cunha isn't playing extremely well. So if Fernandes doesn't have a brilliant game, we're out. Simple as that. I don't see... What was that? United doing anything at all? I'm really upset. I can't pause the game. I'd like to make some changes. This has happened to me before, where I'm not allowed to pause the game. Oh, hit the post. Put it in. He's put it... Oh, come on, FM. Are we going to sneak a late goal? I gotta give them a shout. We have to berate them now. This is not good enough. Oh, it's still not going in. It's all getting a bit panicky here. I'll have to do things on the hoof now without... It's pretty much as I want it to be. Oh, why not give it back to him? Brilliant centre-back play. Just got out of his injury, so that'd be a long shot. Yeah, he didn't play particularly well against Burnley. So I just can't see it, to be honest, James. I mean, I know it's going to be a busy weekend of football, isn't it? With the FA Cup stuff. I'm quite looking forward to it. There's a couple of good games that will be worth seeing. I think Spurs are playing someone interesting, aren't they? Spurs have got an all-Premier League tie. So that'll be an interesting one. I think the game tonight actually might be interesting. Wrexham and... who is it they're playing Wrexham against? I think they're playing a Premier League team, aren't they? So I think that'll be quite interesting. I think it's Nottingham Forest, isn't it? Wrexham will be no pushover. Oh, it's time to go very attacking now. So we've only got 45 seconds left. We're going out of the FA Cup, are we? In round one. The board are not going to be very pleased. I should have kept the same team. Never, never do that. A lesson to be learned for all of us. I'm never going to do that. Just keep the same team. I rotated 8 of the 10 outfield positions and paid the price. Just to give people a game. Oh, out of the cup. Oh well, we're out of the cup. But it doesn't matter, it's the league that counts. Just depends on how furious the board are going to be. Just simply not good enough. Who's row? Physio. That was not a very good result. 32 touches in their box and no goals. Wonder what the board think of that. Let's go now. Where can I find the board? Disappointed. Oh, they're not all that bothered. Be competitive in the Verta Trophy. They're pleased that we were competitive against Rochdale. The board are nuts. So that's a bit of a stain on the... Let's put the first team back in now. Before I forget. Kamwa Opoku goes on the wing. There's issues all over the pitch here. Like, why is he there? And Woodward should be replaced by Lloyd. Baker Richardson replaced by Garner. And Shepherd here. Glennon at left back. Jenkins here. Who's the other one? Where are you? Goalkeeper can come back in now. Braybrook is here. Smith is there. Who's the other defender? Baker. I think it's this way around, isn't it? No, possibly not. Is he... Right, that's the first team back then. We'll sort the sub-bench out in a minute. What games are we playing tonight? Games in the FA Cup. I think tonight is Wrexham. Let's just check. I think tonight is Wrexham FA Cup. Yeah, Wrexham Nottingham Forest tonight. I think that will be a tough little battle for Forest. I don't think they're going to get all their own way in that. Wrexham are a useful team. Good crowd expected. This is a tough game now, I think. It's one we should actually lose. And I won't be too unhappy if our unbeaten run comes to an end. These are a good team. 4 from corners. I think defending corners, attacking corners. Braybrook and Smith, yeah, that's where they're playing. There's so many things wrong with this. Oh yeah, and he is right. They should be over. They should be switched over. No issues out of position. I wonder if I'm not going to be able to pause the game again in this one. And now what we need to do is reset. There should be a reset button as well that you can reset to what you were, because this is painful going through this. Mid block, lower line, yep. Okay, so we're reset. Goalkeeper's got a cap. And what's the assistant saying? Yeah, I agree. Cautious. Am I not incautious there? Cautious mentality would be best. And this is probably correct, but we just don't do very well from long shots. Down the left-hand side, what do we think? Possible, but I'd say leave it imbalanced for now and just keep an eye on that. Stay on your feet. I'm not going to argue with that because they're a better team than us. So just pick our moments, as he says. Low block probably will do that. Higher tempo. Okay. I agree. So I'm going to go, oh God, this is a pain. Go to a low block and we're going to play at a higher tempo. We need to get it out of our feet. They are a very good team, Walsall. They've scored loads of goals, conceded very few. I think our line, I don't know if I want to push the line up. I want to check. Everything else seems fine. That means they're sitting back, probably in a mid block. Let's just check. Oh, there's too many clicks. Come on. I'm not sure about where I should put the line, to be honest. Not players. Team. Go to attacking. Also, yeah, they do. So I'm going to keep the line where it is. Just try and catch them on the counter. That's all I can hope to do. At some point, we have to lose in the league. We're just not good enough to be on this kind of run. Interesting one, because one of us isn't playing the best at the moment. Right, let's get through this next game. Not really all that fussed about it. Set up the subs bench. McDonald, Dubrovsky, Antwi, Brennan, Spellman, Baker, Richards. That's about all I can do, really. Or do I want to play Baker Richards up top? Let's go. I don't fancy us in this game. I think we're due to be defeated in the league. We've won our last 3 league games. A team that's destined to finish or predicted to finish bottom. We've won our last 3 games. Yeah, focus on home form. I mean, it's quite interesting that I've only been playing, a month and a half, and I've already clicking off that introduction. They've obviously put a lot of work into that 1 minute and a half or so of the players coming out the tunnel, but within a month I was just clicking it off. This is what I want. I don't like type marking, but I'll go with what he says for now. They've got a big press going on there. Can we play through the press? This question doesn't look like it. Good block, though. Good block. The low block might be the right thing to do. Go on. Now, spring forward. Poku. Come on. Oh. One of these days, Braybrook is going to have a very, very good game. He's supposed to be an extremely good player. What are we waiting for? Braybrook is supposed to be an extremely good player. One of these days he's going to explode. Where's he going? Go for the ball. I have got them regrouped though, so that's what he was doing, regrouping. If you get anything out of this game, I'd be very, very pleased. A draw would be perfect. I just need to watch this press. If we lose it again, I'm going to tell them to bypass the press. That's better, Braybrook. Swansea rate you highly. Show us why. Yeah, he's I think at Christmas time, Swansea have already said that they want him back. And to be fair, if I can find someone else, I won't mind sending him back because he's been really terrible. I think he's had one good game. And he's supposed to be 4.5 star compared to the rest of my team. He's supposed to be streets ahead, but he's only had one good game. Camwa's taken a knock and wants to come off. Funnily enough, I was thinking about giving Spellman a game. Oh, and Walsall have scored. I don't know how that happened. We're going to go on a bad run now, we boys. I think we need to, next game, just defend for our lives. So, okay. I'm not quite sure there's anything any manager could do about that piece of nonsense. But we're under pressure here already. I also think that was just lucky because defensively we're set up quite nicely. There's not any real space. He's a big forward though, isn't he? And it does look like they're just aiming for him. Let's try and do... Let's do... Let's push the lineup a little bit more. That's okay. Shoot from there, then no problem. The standard of shooting in this league is absolutely dreadful, to be fair. It's not just us. The opposition's shooting is just as bad. Got to admit, though, that goal that Hartlepool scored was absolutely delightful. That's a good pass. Now, we did some work on attacking corners. Let's see if it will pay off. It's like some of the strikers in the Premier League where the people get a bit too overreactive, saying they're not signing too well, they're not playing too well. Yeah, and it's hard. The Premier League, and a lot of these strikers come in from like Holland or Germany, and the Premier League is more difficult for them. And you can see it with pretty much all of them who've come in over the last couple of years. They struggle to score goals in their first season. It's like a shock to the system. And it's Sesko has been one of them. Nice to see him get a couple of goals. But he just looks like a fish out of water in the Premier League. He has no idea where he's supposed to move to. His thought process is just a little bit too slow. Takes one touch too many. And the Premier League is harder for them. It's much harder for him than the Bundesliga was. And so, yeah, it'll take a while. He's not going to just step... These players are not just going to step in and bang goals in. The one that has impressed me most is Ekatike. And he has impressed me a lot. He's like... I think it's because it's his energy. He's just prepared to run around and do what's necessary. And that's why I think he's been more successful than the others. He's prepared to put himself about, and he's got a bit more confidence. Voltemade, he did well for a spell, but he's another one who, to me, looks like he's just a second behind the game. And it's that decision, that thought process, decision-making that makes all the difference. And so often I've watched him playing for Newcastle, when there have been these lovely little balls into the box, and he's on his heels. He's not quite there yet. If he'd just gone earlier, he'd have scored. But he's not reading how difficult the Premier League is yet. And a lot of them have that problem. Sheshko's having the problem. Gyökeres is having the same problem. It's just the pace of the game. And they're just like a second behind the game. Go on, we're in. Oh. See, this is why Newport are such a bad team. This is why we are doing so well to be up in 6th place, because they are such a shocking team when we are going forward. You can't do any more with them tactically. They're just shocking. Defensively, we're good. I mean, the goal they scored was just... well, that's nothing to do with defensive setup. That's about goalkeeping stupidity. Yeah, defensively we're playing well, but just up front, we're like a bunch of bloody baboons up there. No idea what to do. And this guy has just been a complete nightmare. Not much of a DLP, if you ask me. Although that was a nice pass. They're playing a shorter passing game now, are they? We shall see. I might push the line up a little bit. Although we are making it difficult for them anyway. Let's do it. Another corner. Is the work we did on attacking corners going to pay off? We're playing better now. Oh, battery on my phone. Gotchin! I've always said Opoku was a great player. What has been your view on Lewis Miley? To be fair, I've always liked him. I think he's a very, very good player. And I think he's someone who needs more game time. I don't think he's doing himself too many favours on the bench at Newcastle. He needs to be getting game time. And, yeah, I think he's a very, very good player. And I think if he gets the game time, he could develop into someone who's quite good. Very good, in fact. If I was him, I'd be very disappointed. But I can understand why he can't get into that Newcastle team. And Eddie Howe is a man who likes to play his first team, and to hell with the rest of you, and that's the way he is. Go on, Simba. Oh. So I quite like him, James. To be fair, and if I was a team that are looking for, like, you don't like a bottom half of the table team, and I was looking for an attacking mid, I'd be making a bid for him. I don't know if Newcastle would sell him, but certainly I'd be looking to unsettle him by declaring interest and telling the media if we can get him, he'll be guaranteed minutes, and so I'd certainly be interested in purchasing him. And if I was like the Brentford manager, I don't know what value they've put on him. Oh, we are creating so many good chances at the moment. And they're from corners, aren't they? I don't know what value is on him. What do you think he's worth, James? I certainly would be bidding 30 mil for him. Unsettling the board and unsettling the player. I think he would be a good buy for somebody who would give him regular minutes. Come on, boys. We're getting the better of them now. And what the problem is with that, James, is that he may not then develop. He needs game time. Unless Eddie Howe is going to give him game time, which he clearly doesn't seem to want to, he'll only give him game time if he's got no other players who can play. That's not the way to help him here. I don't know, it's a difficult one. The secret to buying him would be to unsettle the player. I'm proud of everyone's efforts. Keep going. And I don't think I'm going to change anything at this point. We just want them to keep doing what they're doing. We're the better team at the moment. I do want to go and check. Come on, boys. Let's get another one. If we can win this, like, we could be in the top 4. It's in! Gone! It's got it! No, FM. No way. Is it simply because I pushed the defensive line up? Because since I did that, we have been well on top. But I'm not quite sure why that makes a difference in terms of our attacking. We're defending better because I pushed the line higher up, I think. But that's because I was told they've gone playing a little bit shorter. I've got to watch now in case they start walloping the ball over the top again. In which case I'm going to need to drop the line back. But it's, again, we're playing against a team who play 3 at the back, and I hate that. I can see their wing backs are high. So what we could do... Can I pause the game? Yes, I'm allowed to pause it for this one. What I could do is... Let's just try playing down the flanks, because we're playing counter-attack football. They're pushing their wing-backs really high. Let's try and catch them down the flanks. But if we win this, I will be so shocked. Walsall are an extremely good team in this league. And we are the worst team in the league. I'll call myself a good manager if we can get promoted. I'll call myself a very good manager. I'll tell you something, James. I'd like to have Lewis Miley in my Newport team here. I wish I could get him on loan for this Newport team. Oh boy, what a difference he'd make. Go on, boys. Go on. There's space down the flanks. Use it. Not like that, you donkey. Lewis Miley has played in the first team for 5 matches. I think that didn't you go through a phase where nearly all your midfield were injured, like Joe Linton, Guimaraes, and who's the other one? Tonali were all injured at the same time. Didn't you have a phase of that where he played a series of games simply because those 3 were not available, and then it went to 2. I'm pretty sure you earlier on had that, or was that last season? I can't remember. Just really not sure. But I like him. I think he's a very good player, and I'm surprised that teams are not targeting him as someone that they should be thinking of buying. Smith is the one who's tired this time. There's always one at this point, isn't there? It's just one player, and it's Smith this time. I don't know why he's tired. He's not doing any more than he did in the last game. And he'll be fine next time out. And it rotates. That one player just rotates among who it is. So now I've got to change one player again, which will leave me 1 set, but I'll have to do all 3 in the last one. Go on, Apoku. Let's get another go. Go on, Sam. You're in good form. Lovely cross. Unfortunate, boys. Go on, Smithy boy. Go on. I'll be really pleased if we can beat Walsall. Watching just in case he goes red. And because the other thing is that he could go out somewhere on loan. Why, if you're not going to play him, why not let him go on loan? That would make sense. I'm sure there'd be plenty of teams would take him on loan. Okay, most of Spellman can't be changed. So, Braybrook and Smith. Well, let's just do Smith. Nothing I can do for you, Spellman. Not quite sure why you're tired. And that'll just leave me. I'll have to do 3 later. Right. So now this is where I might need to change things, because I think they've changed their style of play. I think they're doing things a little bit differently now. So I might have to drop the line back. For a while they just were short passing. Now it's a bit longer. We have space behind our defence. Yeah, it is time. Spotted that one. So let's go deeper. start thinking about holding on to this. Well, like I said, I'd be very, very happy with a draw against Walsall. I'll be over the moon if we hold on to this win. Bayern Munich, Bayer are interested in him. So no, I mean, it's not surprising. I think he'd be a very good addition to not like he wouldn't do very well if he went on loan to Man United, or he wouldn't get a game. That's the problem. Although Man United he would probably play. But like the bigger teams, there's no point in him going there. What he needs to do is to go to a team like Palace or something, or Bournemouth, or where he'll get regular game time. And he'd be like first name on the team sheet stuff. 81 minutes. Where did that time go? Right, let's make the subs after this. After this corner. Come on, boys. Hold on. 10 minutes. Easy does it. Must have some very tired players there now. Yeah, look at them. They're out on their feet. So we'll change the wing backs. And the midfield should really be changed. He's no more a DLP than I am. Goalkeeper's not playing that well, is he? But Brennan, I think, should be coming on. Time to hold on. It's time to take a defensive mentality now. Oh, they scored. Oh, that's great. I didn't see that coming. Was that because of my subs? No, it was just before it changed, wasn't it? Poor, very poor. But that's why I dropped the line back, so that winger doesn't get the space. Probably did it too late. But like I said, I'd take a 2-2 draw against Walsall. That's for sure. I wouldn't even be unhappy if we lost. It's a case of holding on now. Or one good pass. Like that. Unlucky, boys, unlucky. Considering how well a bunch of numbskulls you are, you haven't done badly. Just gonna hold on 2 minutes now. Where's time wasting? Right, let's just hope we can hold out and get this draw. I'll say well done if you can. Good pass. Oh, I thought we'd pinched it then. I thought we had pinched it. We still might from the set piece. Come on, boys. Go on. Oh, getting an error on my stream speed now. It's interesting as people be coming home from work. Maybe that's why. So I'm not quite sure how it's going to be at peak time. We shall see on Sunday, I guess. We've done a couple of hours plus where there's been very, very few problems. But now we're getting a few problems. Yes! We've stolen it. We have stolen it at the death. If we get promoted, I'll call myself a decent manager. With this bunch of numbskulls. We have stolen it at the death. Come on, referee, time up now. Come on, ref. Yes, we've done it. We have pinched it. What a result that is. I think we must be in the top 4 now. What an absolutely brilliant result that is. I just got to say, nice work. We weren't at our best. I thought that was an outstanding performance. Outstanding. Just let ourselves down in the cup. But that was my fault. I'm going to take responsibility for the cup defeat. I should never, ever... Garner's playing well at the moment, isn't he? I'm pleased with Garner. And that leaves us... Oh, this isn't the league. That's the Virtu Trophy, which we're out of as well. Leaves us in 4th in the league now. Well, well, well. Who'd have thought that, eh? We're only 6 points behind the leaders, who are Bromley. I think we can get promoted here. I think the top 2 get promoted. We could get one of those spots. We're only a point behind. Who knows what could happen in the next 15, 16 games. Right, I'm going to call it a day there, boys. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. If you're still hanging around, don't forget to give us a like. I do appreciate that. And I think that there hasn't been too many problems in terms of the stream quality. Nobody's actually told me they were having any problems. The biggest test is going to come in the evening one. Hey Spike, how you doing? Long time no see. Good to see you though. You just come in as I'm leaving. So yes, it's been off peak, has been okay. The big test is going to come on Sunday night. I'm well, Spike. I hope you are too. The big test will come Sunday night when it's peak time. I don't think the internet is strong enough to support it, which means I might have to move my streams to off-peak times. You've been there, sitting there for a while, have you? So I'm going to call it a day for now. Been here for 2 hours plus, and we've had a good session. Apart from the cup, we've had a very good session, and we are sitting fourth in the league. With this bunch of numbskulls, we are sitting fourth, and we just beat Walsall, and I don't believe that. The Cup against Rochdale, should never have lost that, but I will take responsibility for that. Rotating the entire team is never a good idea. But it's the league that matters, and we've won our last 4 league games, and we've won 5 of the last 6 and drawn 1. That's why we're sitting in fourth. And I'm going to shoot off now, have something to eat, and then relax for a little while. And enjoy your weekend of FA Cup football, as I will. And hopefully I will see some of you, if not all of you, on Sunday night, where hopefully we will continue with this form that we are in. Seems the first team is starting to play very well. Let's see what we can do in the coming days. Thanks for watching. Be safe. Take care. And see you all very, very soon.